Going on, your boy Yo Scruggs, back at it again. This is one that I did not see coming, and I know none of y'all seen coming because it wasn't supposed to come. If that makes sense, all that I just said. Nas and Hit Boy strike again. Nas and Hit Boy surprised us last week um, with a surprise album that came out of nowhere. Far as I know, I didn't know about it until I think the day either the night before it came out or the morning before it came out. A surprise project called Magic. Uh, for those that don't know, if you've seen my KD1 and my KD2 uh, album review opinion, check that out on my page as well. I would have did this one sooner, but one, I wanted to sit with the album a little bit longer, and also I've been under the weather, so that's why I already seen a million other reviews on it. But like I said, I'm still getting over being sick. As far as the album, at this point, Nas is just giving us icing on the cake. Like I said this before. I think in the last review when I did a KD two. Really, for me, I'll say it again. Since 2001, when Stillmatic dropped, at that point, Nas was already the goat to me, or at least one of the goats. It was Nas and Jay Z on a level up here, and everybody else was down here. Not everybody else down here, but his levels to it. It was Nas and Jay at that top by themselves. My Mount Rushmore had them two on it, and then it was like the regular Mount Rushmore underneath it of other people, of four other people. Big Pac, people like that, and then the rest of the people under it. So like I said, even if Nas never made another album after Stillmatic in 2001, he was already the GOAT. So this is now 10 going on 11 years of just extra icing on the cake. And Magic was like, I don't even know what to call it. Magic was like the third bowl of ice cream with the cake. You know what I'm saying? And then now they saying it's also going to be a KD3. Like I would have assumed that this was KD3. You know what I'm saying? Because just to keep the order 1, 2, 3. So I would assume this was KD3. And there's a part of me now. This album review not going to really be me breaking down the album too much, but just me breaking down the situation as a whole. And it's going to be brief anyway. Um, a part of me wonders if if some of these songs were leftover songs from KD2, or maybe if it was the songs that were put together, if it was leftover verses, maybe Nas had leftover beats that Hit Boy had. But I also know it was current because some of the stuff Nas spoke about on there, like Young Dolph being killed, Miss Avant being killed, all that stuff just happened recently. So I know some of it he definitely wrote recently. But I was wondering, I was like, because this came out so quick, and I was like, they probably had leftover songs from KD2, maybe even KD1. I don't know if they would go back necessarily to KD1 because I don't know if they wanted to sound dated, even though KD1 was only last year. So that part of me feels like maybe that's why they put that out. Maybe they said, well, we got some songs maybe that didn't fit. And for those that don't know how music work, musicians, like when you hear their album, say they got 12 songs on there, they always do more than 12 songs. So them 12 songs, 8 songs you hearing on the album, 16 songs on the album, they probably did at least double that. But those are the songs that they picked for that album that they wanted to put on there. So a big part of me feels like some of this was probably leftovers from KD2 and maybe KD1, and maybe some of it was stuff that was going to go towards KD3, but maybe they felt like, all right, well let's put all this together, throw out this little surprise album that's still gonna be good, and then we'll continue to work on KD3. Far as the album, I say Speechless is probably my favorite song, which is the first song. I like the beat. It kind of puts you in that. For me, it kind of give me like that foggy, like walking through a neighborhood and it's foggy. It's not hot, it's not cold outside. It's just kind of dreary. That's what kind of the vibes the beat gave me and all that stuff. So I really like Speechless. I think that's probably the best song on there to me. I also like, I like the whole album, but I'm just pointing out songs I like the most. Building 4016, which is Nas's building in Queensbridge. I like that song. I like the beat is up tempo. He's rapping up tempo. Has some aggression to it. Um, Woo for the Children. Woo for the Children is one of them songs. And Nas is great at this. One of them songs that really make you just sit back and think and reminisce. And it's dope the way Nas does it because damn near every Nas album I say for the last 10 years, he'll have some tracks. Like for those who don't know, Nas' dad is a jazz musician, so Nas is real jazzy. And sometimes he'll just rap over beats that don't have like a bass line, no 808s, no nothing. It's literally just him rapping over something that almost sounds like a hip hop jazz thing. And that's what Woo for the Children sounded like to me. And but just him breaking down, wishing he had did the verse for Give Me the on Biggie album, wishing he had did the remix. I remember watching live when Old Dirty went on stage and said Woo for the Children. So it kind of took me, it made me reminisce and think back, and it was that type of song that put you in that vibe. Um, Dedication, I like the first part of Dedication better than the second part when the beat changes, but I like that song a lot. So those were like the main songs that stood out to me. Overall, I like the project. If I had to compare it to KD1 and KD2, I like KD1 and KD2 better than Magic. Now, granted, I've listened to them albums a lot more, and I know them albums by heart now. Magic, I'm still learning, so maybe that's why it's hard to do a review. I don't know how they give album reviews like the day it come out. I'm like, you ain't even sit with the album. Like even me doing this, and the album been out a week, I really ain't get a chance to really sit with it and see how it's gonna be. But like I said before, you know how this world is now with the internet, everything moves so quick. If I do a review 2 months from now, it'd be damn to have another album out by then. Um, so like I said, I will put KD1 and KD2 over it. They said this album is just to feed the buzz. So maybe this kind of reminded me of more of a mixtape. It had more of a mixtape vibe to it. None of the songs really sound like they would be radio singles. Not that Nas do radio singles too much anyway. And I feel like he was more aggressive on this album. It was more up tempo delivery from Nas. So it definitely put me more in a mixtape state of mind more than it did a cohesive album, say like KD1 and KD2 did. But it's a dope project. Man, I mean, what else can you say? This dude is 30 years in. And forgive me for saying this. He's rapping so good 30 years in that it's times, and I hate doing this, because I know this ain't true. I'm just saying in my mind, it's times I'm like, nah, this guy like a ghostwriter or something. Like, how is he still rapping this good? This long in. And even Nas even talked about this. I think it was KD1 when he said, what was the line he said? A black man got to sacrifice his family to be successful, whatever, something like that. And like saying why people can't just accept me. We just this good, this talented, and we work this hard. Why I got to be something extra to it that we doing it this big and this well. So I know Nas ain't got a ghostwriter, but I'm just saying he's rapping so good this late in the game, and it's literally never been done before. Even Jay-Z, it's never been done before. Nas been out before Jay-Z. And now he's put 3 albums out later than any Jay-Z albums come out. So it's literally never been done before. I mean, you got KRS-One. You got people that's still putting out albums that been out longer. LL, but not this level. Not this level of goodness and this level of relevance and appreciation from the masses. Now, I'll end this off by saying I've seen other people talk about this. And I know it's not just me, because the exact bars I heard when I first heard them, and then I went online, I see other people pointing out the same exact thing. I think for 100%, excuse my voice, you can't really hear me, because I'm still getting over being sick. I think Nas 100% took shots at Jay-Z on there, because this came out right after Jay-Z said can't nobody stand with him on that Versus stage. When Nas, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, when Nas said, run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that float back, I wear the crown, you cannot hold that, the city is mine, you better know that. Fuck around me, Joe Black. I'm not messing it up, the lyrics a little bit. And the reason why I think that's directed at Jay-Z, the song Nas and Jay-Z put out, was that earlier this year, Sorry Not Sorry, when Jay-Z say, that's one B, oh, that's another B, can't forget the other B. Nas says, all right, so let me go back. So remember that. Jay-Z also had a song with Future called Give Me the Keys, or I Got the Keys, whatever it was called. So when Nas starts that verse, run me the keys, that's the song Jay-Z had. Run me them B's. He said it, sorry, not sorry. There's a B, that's another B. Can't forget the other B. I don't know what the float back part mean. The City Is Mine. Jay-Z's second album, he had a song, The City Is Mine. You belong to the city. City is mine. Of course, Jay-Z says he's the king of New York. The crown is mine. What Nas said, the crown is mine. You cannot hold that. Um, so to me, I think he taking shots at Jay. I think if Jay come out with anything soon, he gonna have some shots at Nas. I don't think them two dudes are ever go at each other like they did with Ether and Stillmatic. I mean with Ether and Takeover. But I think competitively, them dudes still take little jabs at each other. Like, yo, we cool now, but don't forget, I'm still the man. No, you ain't the man. I'm the man. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment, leave a message. Your boy, Old Scruggs, Nas, Magic. I wish I gave y'all a better review, but I'm still not feeling good. I'll let you boy.